Welcome back to Castle Ravenloft. We're doing Adventure 2, Find the Icon of Ravenloft. We're continuing on with Alyssa, who we used in our first adventure, accompanied by the wizard Immeril. And it is the wizard's turn. Now, he was knocked out at the end of last episode, which means that he now needs to use a healing surge. We only have 2 of these, but we have to use one, which means he's going to have to recover. So he basically springs to life with the healing surge, and his healing surge value is 3 hit points. So he's going to go basically from 0 up to 3 hit points. So he's now back in action, and he has a cunning plan. So let's have a look here. So we're in the hero phase. He did have 0 hit points. He used a surge token. So he can move and attack and move, make 2 moves. Well, he is going to attack, and he's going to attack like a maniac. He is going to use his wizard daily power. Now he's going to have to flip this over when he uses it, but he's using the lightning bolt. Brilliant bolts of blue-white lightning erupt from your outstretched hand. So he's had enough of this being knocked down stuff. Lightning bolt time it is. It's +7 attack against each monster. Do 2 damage if you hit, 1 if you miss. Flip this card over after you. So basically attack 1, 2, or 3 monsters. Each monster can be within 1 tile of you. So he goes bananas with his lightning bolt. So the skeleton's within 1 tile, and so are both of the gargoyles. So he is slinging lightning at all of them. All right, let's do one at a time. And we're going to take, I think this is dark blue. Yeah, dark blue. I'm going to use the dark blue. We're going to start with this gargoyle. So +7. Gargoyles' armor classes, though, are 16. So let's have some good luck here. 10 and 7 would be 17. That's enough to overcome the armor class. The lightning bolt does 2 damage on a hit. This gargoyle is destroyed, so it means the gargoyle card that he is holding goes away. It's worth 3 experience, so that's a pretty powerful thing. Continuing on with the gargoyles, let's hit this one with the lightning bolt as well. So we're going to roll again to see if we can hit that one. Come on. 15 and 7, 22. This is excellent. Smokes this gargoyle with the lightning bolt, and that's going to be the gargoyle card held by Alyssa. Another 3 experience points, so that's excellent. And the skeleton, we're not really worried about. It only has 1 hit point. Even if we miss the skeleton, it's going to do 1 damage anyway. So +7, let's see, 18 and 7. So the skeleton is also blown away, and the skeleton is worth 2 experience points. All right, so with all of that done, and we get a treasure card. Yes, and you only get 1 treasure card no matter how many monsters you get rid of. So guided strikes. Play this blessing immediately. Till the end of your next hero phase, each hero gains +2 bonus to attack rolls. Okay, so everyone gets +2 to attack rolls until the end of Immeril's turn next time. All right, that was excellent. So actually he didn't move. Well, he can attack and then move. So my battery's dying, so let me think about that and we'll come right back. All right, so carrying on. So that was the lightning bolt spell. So that was extremely good for Immeril. This, of course, gets flipped over. It is no longer usable unless some other ability can flip it over. And I can't forget as well that Alyssa, if she's on the same tile as Immeril, gets +1. I think I missed that in the last episode, but I left a note. As well as, of course, not collecting a treasure. But we did collect a treasure this time, so that's good. So that was Immeril's attack. He can move now, but he's slowed, so he can only move 2. But he will move right here, I guess, basically 1. And that now is the end of his hero phase, so he loses the slowed condition. Just going to readjust the camera, and we're going to explore. All right, so exploring along. We're in the exploration phase now. Next tile. Oh, great. It is a black triangle, but we do have a ton of experience, so we could bounce the encounter that is imminent. But, of course, we get a monster appearing. And the monster we get is A rat swarm. All right, so a rat swarm appears up here on this tile, and carrying on into, that was the exploration phase, the tile, the monster. In the villain phase, did we reveal a tile with a black triangle? Unfortunately for us, we did, and that means encounter card time. So the encounter card is Ghost of Prince Orel. Okay. Ooh, flip over one unused daily power or utility power. Oh, this is bad for us. Flip over an unused. If you don't have an unused power to flip over, take a damage instead. I thought this was a good event. This is horrid. We don't want to flip over one of our... We've already flipped one over, Lightning Bolt. We'd have to flip over either Dispel Magic or Fey Step. Place your hero within one step. Flip over a utility or a daily. You know what? We're not going to bounce that particular one. We're going to flip over the Fey Step. So this is going to leave our wizard with Dispel Magic, Scorching Burst, Magic Missile. I think we're going to suck it up. We're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with that one because there are ones that are much, much worse, I believe. So we're just going to deal with that and not worry too much about it. All right. That takes care of the encounter card, and now we need to activate the monster. Coming after Immeril, I'm sure. Tactics. So it doesn't have much armor class. It only has 1 hit point. It says, if the rat swarm is within 1 tile of a hero, well, yes it is, it moves to the closest hero's tile and attacks each hero on the tile with a multitude of bites. Alright, so it's going to move here, so I'm going to move it to the bone pile. It moves onto this tile. I think it's supposed to be all over the tile, but we'll leave it right there. Multitude of bites, +7 does 1 damage. Well, let's hope it does not hit. We're going to use the dreaded red die. +7, eh? 4 and 7 is 11. Excellent. Which means Immeril's armor class is 14. He does not get hit. And that's a good thing because he only has 3 hit points. Wow. Okay. It is now Alyssa's turn. And we have an issue. She is slowed. So she can either attack and move or move twice. Wow, this is awful because even if she moves twice, she can only move... your speed is 2, so she can only go 1, 2. She can't make it to this tile. Well, I think she's going to have to continue moving this way anyway. She's going to move once, 1, 2, and it's still her hero phase. And what does she have for attacks? She doesn't have much for attacks, does she? And so, you know what? She's just going to end up moving twice. So she's going to move here, move there. She doesn't have a ranged attack. She just has the careful attack, but she can't get adjacent. Attack one adjacent monster. They're both adjacent. She can do, split the tree. But that's really powerful. We don't want to waste it on a rat swarm. And so we are just going to move twice. And that's it. And she's also going to use the crystal ball. And it doesn't take an action. It just says, use this item during your hero phase instead of attacking. Reveal the top card of any card deck or the top tile of the tile stack. So she's going to use the crystal ball. Let's take a look and see which monster is on top of the monster deck. We're going to put it back, of course. So we have a ghoul on top of the monster deck. All right, well, we know what's coming. We know it's a ghoul. And so we can deal with that. Of course, it does it immobilizes you and does holy wow, it does a lot of damage. 3 damage. I guess we can take a closer look at that. That is nasty. So if it gets adjacent to you, it hits you with a bite, which is 3 damage. Wow, we want to make sure we can get rid of that guy pretty handily. Okay, it is now the end of her hero phase. She is no longer slowed. Now, unfortunately, we go into the exploration phase. She has the scouting ability, but she's on this tile. This tile does not have an unexplored edge. So we are going to have an encounter, whether we like it or not. So an encounter, a spear gauntlet. It's a trap. Well, you know what? this trap is going away. We're going to bounce this encounter card. And we can do it because we have a lot of experience. So we're going to take 5 experience points. We actually have 7. We have 12 experience points right now. We're going to take the experience points for a monster. We're going to take the gargoyle and the skeleton. So together that's 5 experience. We discard this, and that means we get to bounce that lovely spear gauntlet. So basically, Alyssa doesn't trigger the trap. Okay, carrying on. That is now the end because she has no monsters to activate. It is now back to our wizard's turn. So I think we're going to do 2 more quick turns here. And so Immeril is up first. Now he's no longer snowed. He's no longer slowed. He has 3 hit points, but he has the rat swarm to deal with. And so I think we're going to have him. He doesn't want to get too far away from Alyssa, so I'm just going to move this up here. Because I think what we're going to do is he's going to come down here. He's going to go, and he has his boots of striding, so he can go 1, 2, 3. He's going to move 3. That is not a problem. And to the end of his turn, we have the guided strikes. Play this blessing immediately. Until the end of your next hero phase, each hero gains +2 bonus to attack rolls. So basically, during his attack right now, he's going to get guided strike blessing. Then this card's going to go away. So this gives him a +2, and that is excellent because we could really use it. And he's going to use his magic missile to shoot at the rat swarm. So it's going to be +10, and it will kill the rat swarm if he hits it. All right, +10. Oh, 20. 20. Okay, natural 20 on an attack. We can level up. And I am almost thinking that we should. So the rat, okay, do things in order. The rat swarm destroyed with a natural 20. Yes, we get a treasure card. Let's immediately look at it. We have an item, the Holy Avenger. Play this immediately. You gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters while this item is in play. Increase the bonus to +3 against undead. Well, this is going to Alyssa, I think, because she's got melee attacks. So she has now the Lucky Charm, and she has the Holy Avenger. All right. Now things are looking good, because she has hit and run. Oh, this is excellent. Excellent. Better. All right. Keeping my train of thought, so took out the rat swarm with the magic missile. Rolled a 20. He can level up, and I think we're going to do it. This is the experience we have left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to spend the 6, because you have to spend at least 5, but we can do it. We can do it. So our wizard is going to level up. So we're going to spend that experience, and we're going to level up our wizard. That is excellent. Oh, and the rat swarm is killed as well, giving us 1 more experience. So okay, let's do this intelligently. I got rid of the gargoyle and the wraith, which we didn't have to do, because this was our experience pool. 3, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to use a 3, the rat swarm, and the wolf to level up. So we're going to spend those, and we're going to keep the 3. And it means our wizard is going to level up. So let's take a look and see what that means. Here we go. He's level 1. He levels up to level 2, second level wizard. When you level up, increase your hit points by 2. Oh, excellent. So he's going to go from 3 to 5. So he has a maximum of 8, but remember he's only at 3 hit points. So he's going to go 3 to 5. He still has his wound, so he now has 5 hit points. That's a lot better. Your AC increases by 1, so from 14 to 15, and your surge value by 1. So his surge now is 4 instead of 3. And choose an additional wizard daily power. A wizard daily power. Okay, let's grab his cards, and we're going to take a look at his daily powers. He has 2 of them left, and he gets another one. Cool. So he can either have Freezing Cloud or Fireball. Oh, Fireball. Come on, you got to have a Fireball. We're picking Fireball. Choose a tile 1 away from you. Attack each monster on the tile. 7 does 3 damage. Miss does a 1. Taking Fireball. So now he has Fireball. So he levels up with that natural 20. That was excellent. And continuing on, we're not done with his turn yet. We are at the edge of a tile, so we're going to explore. All right, so exploring gives him, good, it's a white triangle, so there's going to be no encounter. Whew, that's good. So here we go. But, of course, we get a monster. And the monster we get, we know what it is. It's the ghoul. So we get a ghoul, and they're these little dudes that are chewing on someone's arm. So the ghoul appears. We don't get an encounter card. However, the ghoul is going to now activate. And what does the ghoul do? It says if the ghoul is adjacent to a hero, it is not. If the ghoul is within one tile, it moves adjacent and attacks with a paralyzing claw. So it moves adjacent. You know what? Is that what it says? I'm going to play a little trickery here. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks. Okay, so it moves adjacent. Well, adjacent is anywhere here. So it's going to run around the back side of our wizard, whose name escapes me, Immeril, which of course puts him adjacent to Alyssa. But anyway, or does that matter? Maybe we'll put the ghoul. We'll put him here. He's going to run right up and here because Alyssa can move and attack, so we're not too worried. And paralyzing claws, a +7. It does 1 damage, but then the wizard will be immobilized. So that could be problematic. So let's have a miss here. That would be nice. +7. 17 and 7. Well, that happens to be a lot. 24. He is hit. He's going to take 1 damage. He's going from 5 hit points down to 4. And he will be immobilized. And that's not a good thing to be. Let's have a look at it and see what it says. Immobilized. You cannot move. Discard this condition at the end of your hero phase. All right, well, he's been hit with that rotting claw. He is paralyzed, and that's going to be the end of his turn. All right, we're going to end off this episode with Alyssa. Alyssa's turn. So she can move, attack and move twice. So she's going to do the old... you know what? She's going to move 1, 2, 3. She's going to move right here beside our wizard, Immeril. And the reason is she's going to get +1 because of his innate ability, which is lore, secrets of the monsters. When another hero is on the same tile as you, he or she gains +1 to attacks. Also, Immeril is using the Holy Avenger, which actually is not going to make any difference because... yeah, it's not going to make any difference. She's going to use her careful attack. After all that plan, she got the Holy Avenger. She's +1. She would have had +4 to hit him. However, she doesn't need that right now. She's going to use careful attack, doing 1 damage. Our lovely neighborhood ghoul here, if we look, only has 1 hit point. Insta-kill. He is toast. That is 2 experience going into our pool. We now have 5. That is good. Ghoul is killed. Treasure card. Trying not to forget. That's very important. Treasure card. A magic sword. So we have a Holy Avenger and a magic sword. Wow, we're just collecting loot. You gain +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters while this item is in play. We're going to give the magic sword to their magic user. He's going to have boots of striding and a magic sword. I don't know if he can he do adjacent attacks? Well, magic missile's adjacent. So, and scorching burst. Well, I don't know. We'll give it to him anyway. Alyssa doesn't need it. She has the Holy Avenger, which is truly awesome. Okay, that was move and attack. We got a treasure card. It is now the exploration phase. And Alyssa's special ability is scouting. And you're a master explorer. You can explore an unexplored edge on your tile, even if you aren't adjacent to that edge. So we're going to explore here because she's on this tile, and this is an unexplored edge. And exploring away, we get, well, not good. We get a black triangle, which means we're going to have an encounter. But before we do that, we're going to, of course, see which monster appears, and we get a skeleton. Okay, that's not too terrible. get a skeleton appearing. And so we get a little skeleton bone pile. But we do have an encounter now. So speeding along, we're going to have an encounter because of that black triangle. Encounter. We can bounce it. We have 5 experience. How bad is it? Frenzy. Each monster you control activates twice during the villain phase. Well, is it going to be... Well, let's have a look at this skeleton. Is this going to be horrible if he activates twice? If the skeleton is adjacent to a hero, attacks with a scimitar. 7 does +1. If it's within a tile, it moves adjacent and attacks a hero with a charging slice. The skeleton is within 1. So it's going to come and do a charging slice anyway. And then it would do... within 1 tile. So... do we want to bounce that or not? And that's with each monster you control. So the skeleton gets to go twice, or we can bounce it. I think we're going to let the skeleton go twice. Because like I said, I think there are a lot worse cards than that. Alright, so now it is the skeleton's turn to go. Because this is Alyssa's turn, and this is her card. If it's adjacent, no. If the skeleton's within 1 tile of a hero, it is. It moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks a hero with a charging slice. So it comes charging along, and it's going to be adjacent. So we'll put it right there, because he's immobilized. It's not going to matter. We're going to put the skeleton there. He's going to attack. And he attacks with a charging slice, +9. Ouch. And would do 2 damage. So... 11 and 9 is 18. Yeah, it's pretty hard not to get hit in this game. Alyssa goes from 5 hit points down to 3. That's not good. Okay. And it activates again. So it says and now it says if the skeleton is adjacent, it attacks the hero with a scimitar. Scimitar attacks +7, 1 damage. So not as deadly. So +7, 11 and 7, 18. Hits her again. She goes from 3 hit points down to 2. So we're getting beaten up pretty horribly in this game. And that is going to be the end of Alyssa's turn. And that's going to be the end of this episode. It's gone on quite long enough. And yeah, so we're in a bit of trouble. Immeril leveled up, so that was awesome. He's powered up pretty good now. He has Boots of Striding, a magic sword. Alyssa has got the Holy Avenger. She has her Lucky Charm. Which she hasn't used yet. I'm trying to save some of this stuff for kind of the end game here. She's down to 2 hit points, though. So Immeril's down to 4 hit points. Alyssa's down to 2. We only have 1 healing surge left. We're about halfway, I think, through the scenario. So we're looking for the chapel. We're trying to find the icon of Ravenloft. And gain it, and clear out the monsters, and win the scenario. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for liking my videos if you do. Thanks for subscribing as well if you do. I've got lots more playthroughs coming up, and lots in the past you can check out as well. Alright, thanks so much for watching along. Join me next time for the continuation of Adventure 2, Find the Icon of Ravenloft, with Alyssa the Ranger and Immeril the Wizard.